Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Mexico in Hearts of Iron 4. We've got our 8 combat with infantry divisions. They are not very strong, but they are going to hold the line and be defensive. Okay, that was armament effort 1. Let's do armament effort 2. I mean, we gotta try something different, right? And that extra military factory actually is gonna make a big difference, I think. Just having an extra one already. 25% more production, basically. Alright, how many total artillery do we have? We have 93 right now. And we've got 9 divisions of cavalry. If we were to add the support artillery to the cavalry divisions, they would gain 21 soft attack and 3 breakthrough. They lose a little bit of org, that's okay. $216 is required, so we need 122. And we're producing how many per day? 0.9, so about 120 days then. That's with only like one factory making them. Second factory here is about to come online. End of the Spanish Civil War, we're at 19%. Okay, so some countries have changed over some things. They can partially mobilize at 15% if you're fascist. This is what we need to be able to switch over to war economy, which we do want to do. As soon as we have 150 points, we will switch over to that right away. And we have another factory complete. Cool. Let's get some more of these. Military equipment's more important, I think, than anything else we could be doing right now. Let's see. We need to get this done before we do the next doctrine. And I would definitely want to have all 3 doctrines done. At least the first 3. I really do want to do integrated support as well. But I don't know that we're going to be able to afford that as far as research time goes. Because I really want to just keep knocking out these armament type things. Modify the government again. Army defense is probably going to be necessary. A material designer for infantry equipment. Yeah, I think he's probably going to be good. But no, before we do that, we want to change over to war economy, but we got to be fascist for that. So let's just hold the points for the moment. We're at 30.5%. And we're now down to about a quarter of the normal progression. So it will take some time. I'm not sure if it's going to work. It might actually be a mistake to try to go for it that way. Wow, look at how many days that takes. 300 base cost. It takes a long time to research those. Let's get this armament done, and then after this we'll do the doctrine research. So for now, we can knock out, like, support weapons. But if we're going to do that... Yeah. I was considering hiring the small arms guy, but I just want to have 150 points available at a moment's notice, so that we can do what we need to do. 17 divisions on the front line now. Soon to be more. We lack 5,000 infantry equipment. Production lines are kicking into high gear. We got a second thing making artillery, which is pretty good. 1.6 per day now. We do have enough that we can almost add a division to the low on manpower. We may need to go down the fascist tree just for that reason alone. Come to think of it. And that's actually blocked behind nationalism focus. Huh. Well, if we're going to need the manpower, maybe it's just a mistake to try to hold off on that. But we're already into July of 37, which is right around the time where I figured, okay, if I'm not fascist and I'm not fabricating, then I might be too slow. Maybe we should have just taken the Civil War when it came up. We will keep on learning and experimenting. Amelia Earhart didn't die this time. Cool, good for her. We almost have enough army experience. Now we do. Cool. Let's add to our division here. Okay, we are negative on towed artillery. Okay, there's fascist assault divisions form. We have daily fascist support goes up, national unity goes down, recruitable population's up slightly, and we get an extra 5% support for fascism, which should probably bring us in line. Soviet leaders have purged. Sounds fine. Let's get doctrine effort now. May I please become fascist? Marco Polo Bridge incident has happened. Do we want to isolate the cav from the infantry? What if we did? First off, the cav need to go back into training anyway. I think we will. All infantry in this army, and then we'll have a second army after they're trained that'll be cav, and we'll see if we can just use the cav to perform the encirclement and not use the infantry. We'll have the infantry come in from a separate division, like a separate leader, and we'll go that way. Looks like we may have had time for the material designer after all. We have 270 points saved up now. Okay, so trained infantry can go back to the front line. Trained cavalry. Create a new army with a different leader. And we will add them to that one here. And they will have their own separate border. It's going to be a lot smaller. It's going to be on the east. Or south, east, west. Yes, the east. Low manpower, I'm aware. So that's actually 9 divisions of trained cav with our towed artillery that we have. It's pretty decent. Not too upset about that. Granted, to make that happen... Okay, if Japan's already declared war, it's very concerning. Another bonus to infantry equipment. I think we're going to need to go down this route for the manpower. Then again, we could just raise... We could just change conscription law. For now, we'll do this. We're going to need to do it eventually anyway. Japan's also declared war on China. That comes from focuses for the most part. Which you added to the green line. Support weapons is done. Still ahead of time on that infantry research, and there's a focus we can take for it, so we'll do that. At some point. I don't know when. We do have a bonus to land doctrine. Let's get this one done so we have defense. Now 20 divisions down that front line. Training's coming along okay. We have 10 army experience again. We could try to add support artillery to all the infantry too. I mean, it would be ideal to be able to do that. If we were to do that, I would definitely want to try to get more land doctrine done, because then they'd all have support artillery, and integrated support would make a lot of sense. But I don't think we have the production capacity to make that much artillery. I think we need to add more, first off, but then... I don't know. I mean, our shortfall is on... It is actually still on infantry equipment. That's the thing that we need the most of. Okay. More construction speed. We're going to skip engineering completely. Cannot do double land doctrine. Not going to do improved artillery. Not going to worry about tanks. Not going to worry about any of that. We're going to get a bonus to research soon. So... I don't know that construction really makes that big of a difference, though. I think I'd rather just pay the ahead-of-time penalty to get support weapons up. And then we will... Then again, that doesn't make any sense, does it? No, that doesn't make any sense at all. If I get... Oh, okay, no. I'm not looking at having weapons 2. I do need this, though, so that I can get the bonus to weapons 2 research. Yeah. Yeah, just switch it. That's fine. Did you add it to orange? It turns out that if you don't go down the collectivist ethos and get the extra fascist support, that it can potentially take well over 2 years to become fascist. And that may be too long. Maybe way too long. I'm gonna stick with it though. I want to see if it can be done. Maybe we would have been better off just taking the damn. I mean, I've militarized a lot, so maybe we could have just handled the Civil War when it fired, and then I could have done it. But again, we're gonna need the manpower anyway, so I don't know. I don't know. Can't make up my mind. All right, Civil War for fascism again. How close are we? We're 44%. Like, shouldn't it be peaceful at this point? Someone had told me in the comments on the subreddit that you just keep on waiting until you get the peaceful transition. So I feel like if I'm gonna go down that route, I've kind of committed to it already. We should just wait. But now, we're like 100 and some days, 150 to 200 days away from being able to fabricate a claim. So we're already looking at starting our war almost at the end of 39. The 4th episode of the last run, I got to, I think we were like middle of 39. And that was about the time that world tension was already at 100%. With the AI following these types of things. So I feel like this is probably too slow. And that I'm going to have to restart again. Most likely. Oh, it's being researched? 2.6% finished? What? You said I was going to lose my progress, but it doesn't seem like we are. Oh, we're going to want that. I do think that the 8 combat width is a good idea. Possibly even for the cav as well. Just think about how many extra divisions we could have right now. And the encirclements are... You know, I'm just going to do it. We're going to go down to 8. That'll give us a lot more infantry equipment available. Let us field more units. This is all about min-maxing, iterating. Anschluss of Austria. Here's equipment effort. We go down all the way down to there. We don't do that one. Well, I'm just gonna do this anyway, because we need the manpower modifier at some point. See, this is so tedious, and it shouldn't have to be this tedious. I should just be able to, you know, just have them on the front line to begin with. Training. Let's see why it needs to be so complicated. We're almost ready for another infantry guy. Infantry leader. So we're probably gonna need to hire a general. And I did learn that the difference between the field marshal or the field commander, whatever they're called, and then generals is the training speed. Like, they train literally 8 times faster. So we don't want to promote him right away. We want to let him suck for a while. The next infantry that's ready will go under command of the new guy. I don't know if this is going to work. I want to try, though. I'm excited. But this feels like a mistake. I mean, for crying out loud, we're at 48% popularity now, and we still haven't become fascist. And we're in April of 38 now. Okay, we're still ahead of time, but we can work on infantry weapons too. Do we start it? What if we took that other focus? What if I used this 50% on like this, and then I took the 100% and I use that on weapons 2, and we don't even worry about weapons 3. We just really, really gun for weapons 2. That might actually give us a huge bonus against the Americans in that way. In which case we should go for... I don't like committing to something that's going to take 200 some days. That's forever. Improved artillery in 98 days? Hell yeah. I'll take artillery too. I don't think we had that last time. Almost positive we didn't. Still, 40% world tension. April already. And we don't actually have... Alright, so this focus gives us militarism, which gives us the extra 5% recruitable population, which is massive. Massive, 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 because right now we only have 2.7% recruitable. We're still not fascist. I can't believe it. I'm just amazed. We're at 50% popularity now. At this popularity, effects are scaled. Fascist demand referendum. Yeah, let's just, if they want the referendum, we'll hold the referendum. Right? Politics change. Good. Okay, so we peacefully changed over. Is it necessary to do it peacefully? Probably not. I don't think so. In fact, I think that it costs us time. Lots of time by not being able to switch to war economy earlier. Yeah. No, I think it was a mistake. By far. We actually have a little bit of towed artillery. But we're still producing units. We could create a modified infantry. Let's do that. We'll say duplicate. This is going to be 4 INF plus... I'm not even going to say support. Just going to call it 4 INF, add the support. And none of that's being trained. We will switch over some of the divisions that are already in training to it, so they can continue training. We've got enough support artillery for, it looks like 5 of them to get upgraded. It takes like 24 units apiece. Actually, we're producing enough now. No, we're not. We're losing. Well. Okay, now we're looking fine. Support weapons 2 is done. I mean, if they're all going to have that support artillery... Alright, I'm just gonna do land. I'm gonna just do the land doctrine. I know that after we do militarism, we're gonna be able to get a bonus to infantry equipment. It completely offsets the penalty, and I probably could have done it 6 months earlier. I just did it in a different order. Alright. Beast Cav are ready. I do apologize that it's taking me a while. I mean, unfortunately, it appears that it takes a solid couple episodes to actually get to the point where we're ready for a war. And, you know, me changing my mind about how I wanted to do things a couple times. That takes time too. You should change the division symbol to include something. Okay, these guys are all still in training. We do have room for more. I think we change over a couple of the infantry. We actually have a surplus of infantry equipment right now, which is weird. So let's add a couple more divisions. Keep on training. All right, so if I could do it over again, I probably would have taken. I would have taken the take the fascist revolution, like the rebellion, 6 months or whatever it was, 9 months into the game, instead of waiting for 50% support and then doing it peacefully. We would lose some troops and a little bit of manpower probably, but it would have been so much faster, and we could have actually avoided doing that thing. How much better are the improved artillery anyway? Total artillery have a value of 10 defense, 6 breakthrough, 30 soft attack, versus 15, 7, and 40. Oh, so like a solid 33% better. on soft attack value. Same production requirement. Everything about it's good. A little bit more production, like you can't get quite as many units, but for the extra value that you get, it seems good. Research slot is available. We're waiting for equipment effort, but that's 650 some days away. It's unfortunate. I don't know. I'm hemming and hawing a little bit here, but at this rate, I don't think it's going to work. 200 days. That puts the completed CB done January of 39, which gives us like 6 months to win a war against them, maybe, before Japan ends their war with China. I'll try. We'll do a quick try, but I don't have hope here. Maybe if we perform like a much better encirclement, it could happen. And if I use the front lines better. For now, I think one of the things that we should do is shrink this front line down to here. Have just pure cav on this side. Since we're going to try to flank, like try to roll around their line. And then as we extend, we shrink the orange line and we make the pink line bigger, and then have these infantry fall in. Do we really need this many on this front line? Actually, probably not. Maybe. I mean, it's only 8 combat width per division. So 2 divisions could probably hold pretty easily. How many provinces do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right now. So that would only require like 12 divisions, half the number of troops that we have. Let's wait and see how they deploy. I mean, we're rolling straight through here, so... And of course we do need to put in some attack plans, so they have preparation bonus. That's the other thing that I need to make sure we have done in time. Even if they're not going to be pushing, they should have their preparation bonus. And by the time we get to war, we want the army defense expert, definitely. Random event, doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to try to just power 5, speed 5 this until we can actually get to the war. But looking at starting 2 years into the game, I don't think it's going to work. War this year, they do that thing, that's fine. I guess this is the minus 100% bonus, so we could have already had. Change in popularity for fascists, 20%. Wow, that just like guarantees it. What if we went down this route and didn't hire the fascist demagogue at the beginning of the game? That might be a simpler way to do it. You could spend those 150 points on something else, but then you're kind of missing out on all this construction type stuff. It's hard to say, man. I don't know. There's a lot of different ways it could be done. A bunch of different ways you could skin this cat. Which way is the correct way? I couldn't tell you. Yet. So we could shrink the pink line. But I kind of feel like 5 there, 2 there, 5 there. Like, it's a little bit excessive, don't you think? And shouldn't you be like a little bit more spread out? Like, why are you putting 5 here and... Like, I'm gonna just force them to relocate. Hopefully the AI doesn't mess with it. 5, 3, 3, 3 makes sense. They always push into the peninsula down there, so I think having 5 there is good. Having 1 here seems dumb. You should have 2 there that get entrenched, right? That makes more sense, doesn't it? We seem to be making good on our equipment. But again, we can't declare until end of January of 39. This is going to be a failed run. I can just feel it. Unless having this many cav allows us to perform some sort of brilliant encirclement, massive encirclement, and rush to their victory points, I don't see how we could possibly beat them before the end of the Japanese War. The Japanese War has been going on for 6 months or more. In fact, why don't we just go look at it real quick? There should be a way. I think it's not on the ledger. There's a screen that you can see wars. Where is it? Actions map mode, diplomacy map mode. I forget, but I know there is a way to see existing like current wars. No, it's not this. I don't know. I've seen it before. I've seen a way to see like all the different wars on the map, and I don't remember how to do it. Well, suffice to say, I feel like they're winning. Alright, I'm gonna take a break here. Next episode will be our attempt, and I'll tell you what, if it's already gonna get straight up to 100% and they just run the allies, we'll just try over one more time, and make a few adjustments yet again. We will iterate. So, okay, well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you again in the next episode. See you soon.